Good morning, children. How are you?
Hi.
Good. Alhamdulillah. First of all, I'm very thankful and honored to be here today. And honestly, it is my pleasure to be in your presence. I rather be here at this moment, meeting you and giving you a bit of guidelines on what you need to do if you selected to take banking as a specialism. Uh, Before I begin, I just wanted to tell you a bit of a story. When I was your age, I think you're Generation Alpha. Correct me if I'm wrong, or Gen Z? Gen Z. When I was your age, I actually took the science major, and I had the chance to join a nursing college. And my dad, was very excited for me to join that stream. It paid up wonderfully, and even from the beginning, I would receive a very good amount every month. But I knew myself, and I knew my capabilities and the things that I wanted for myself at that particular age. And to be honest with you, I had to sit with my dad and tell him why I am not choosing this specialism. He understood me reluctantly. I remember that he was quite upset a bit. He understood me, however, and then I moved to the Institute of Banking, known today as the College of Banking and Financial Studies. I believe you are aware of this institution. Some of our students in CBFS is actually other nationalities. They pursue other universities and ACCA programs as well. So that's why I would like to invite you before I get into the banking, discussions about understanding yourself, your interests, your strengths, your the thing that speaks about you. And that usually happens when you sit down with yourself and write it down. Things that you would like to ask yourself, like what subjects do you enjoy the most? What kind of problems do you like to solve? And what do you prefer working in? Is it with people? Is it with data? Are you okay with, in my position at the time when I didn't select that stream, I was a bit blood phobic, I didn't like that site. So I decided to go from nursing to banking. The other thing that I wanted to discuss with you is the education skills and pathway. Working in banking, it seems generic. People say people who are working in banking are bankers. But contrary to the belief, actually in banking itself, there are several specializations. I'll just give you an example. In banking, we have several departments. One of them is risk management. The other is capital markets. Again, we have Islamic finance. You have heard that I do have a background in that. There is treasury. There is dealing with corporate. There is dealing with retail. Every single function in a bank needs specialization. And banking, I think, is the only pathway in which you sometimes, in addition to the commerce qualification that you have gained from an academic institution, you need to back it up with professional certifications. And when I did work in CBFS before moving to the banking sector again, I was the director of professional studies department in CBFS. So some of those specializations included ACCA, CIA, which is Certified Internal Auditor. And today, of course, we have the skills of the future when we speak about techno-functional, cybersecurity. There are certifications like SISM. There are certifications on ACI dealing certificate for treasury. So it's a multiple specializations within the banking industry. And it's not easy to select as well because you have to find your passion, your say, and the things that you really would like to work with. Some people in the banking sector like also to work with people. Usually we select them as frontline staff who are dealing with people and they are relationship managers. They ensure that they are meeting the requirements and needs of the customer. And some of them don't like to work with people. They are usually back office staff who work with data. They do wonderful analytics for decision makers to ensure that they are making the right decision. For that, I think it's time for you at this age to understand who you are by assessment. And when I say this, we do this actually in Bank Ghafar. There are assessments that unlock you to understand you further. Sometimes we don't understand what do we want, and we need to go on a deep dive to understand how we, like to pursue our life further. Can you believe that there are tests that allow you to identify who you are? I'll give you an example. There is Hogan test. There is Thomas test. There is MBIT test. There are different tests that you can do to understand whether you are a people person or you are somebody who likes to work with data. This way or another, in banking or any other profession, you need to have soft skills. At this time when I'm discussing with you, I do run a regular annual training needs analysis for all the bank, just to ensure what are the requirements of each function in the bank. And one of those requirements that come and pop every single year is behavioral skills. And these behavioral skills talk about you communicating, collaborating, working with a team, decision making, problem solving, and there are so many good programs out there to give you a glimpse of what you need to develop within yourself. For instance, the 6 thinking hats, in which you are in different context every time you are making a decision. And we run a lot of programs to bring people closer in different functions, to tell them you are not working in silos. It's a win-win situation when you are working for yourself on something that you like, but you are working for a higher cause. What I understand that Gen Z likes to work for a higher cause. At the banking sector, if you are thinking about the philosophy of banking sector, you have to think back on the financial sector altogether. And this is what drove me to do the Islamic finance qualification. Now the thing is, we are working in a capitalist system. And please, there is one of the books that are very eye-opener on this. It's Piketty's book called Capital. He explains about the capitalist system, how it is not really working for us. That actually drove me for a deep dive for alternative financial systems. And today I'm happy to tell you, I'm known to be Islamic, but actually there is another word for Islamic. It's called sustainable finance. And Gen Z, oh my God, you love the planet. You like to, preserve nature, preserve the biodiversity, preserve the things that you would like to work for your generation. Because we had our age and it's time for us to pass it to the next generation. And I love that in you. I love your desire, your passion to work for a cause. And I think these goes deep dive for the values that you would like to stand for and fight for. I think it's important at this instance that you revisit your goals. And these goals happen through a smarter way. I'm sure that you know about the SMART goals. They are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So it's a very good idea when you are doing your journaling that you write what do you see yourself in. In fact, I heard that even a child, when he grows up, his parents condition him from the beginning to explore the areas in which he would like to develop himself. Now, I have to tell you that every parent's dream is to see his daughter or son a doctor or an engineer. Is it true? I think this is all parents' dream. But at the end of the day, it is your dream that you are pursuing, yourself that you are trying to explore. The assessments that you do speak about yourself. Therefore, have a diary. And I know that, sometimes we think this is a girl thing. It's not. It's for you to be specific about what you want to get in life. I know so many people who are working as in salons, and they're getting a lot of money. In garages, they are working, to repair cars. It's because of their passion. So I go back to that thing that moves me. Have an action plan. So if you know what you exactly want, and because parents encourage children to go ahead and journal and explore what they want to do, they usually, the child grows up maybe at 8 or 9, knowing exactly where he would like to head, knowing the pathway, and he works on it. So if you are that person, I encourage you to have an academic plan on the subjects and electives that you are going to select, extracurricular activities that include the volunteering work that you're going to do, because it's going to add up to your resume when you are applying anywhere. You would like to do some options, trying to be working with the community as well, and internships that are suitable for you. Now today, in this age, Gen Z is no more reliant on people like me to come and talk to you. In fact, now you have different platforms that you can encourage and develop yourself. You have heard about Udemy? If you have, please raise your hand. Udemy, you haven't heard of Udemy? Did you hear of platforms like LinkedIn Learning?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Now, I prefer Udemy, and I'll tell you why. When it comes to the skills of the future, we speak of cybersecurity, AI, we speak of different streams coding. Udemy is perfect for you because you are the next generation that are going to change the world. And it provides you a lot of specific topics that you can develop yourself in. So if you have the chance to subscribe for it, it's a very minimal subscription that you can do every single year. And guess what? In Bank Dhofar, we are maybe, I think we are the only bank that subscribes to Udemy, and we give it for our staff on a yearly basis. In addition to that, I do have Arabic platforms for Arabic speaking staff who are in the regions. Remember that banks have different branches. So I give equal opportunity of learning for everyone. And for that, when education is so easy at your fingertip, go ahead and explore, immerse yourself. Access to education is becoming very easy these days. While you are building your career, I really need you to think about the banking industry as well, because you can contribute here. In the banking industry, when I mentioned about specialism, ACI dealing certificate if you are in treasury, or ACCA if you like accounting and finance, or CFA if you are a finance professional that are working on portfolios, or maybe you like to be with people and you become a corporate RM, which is a relationship manager. It is indeed very important to understand what is a banking institution. Banking institutions are profit driven, and there is no shame on that. When you are working for profitability, you are focused. And usually, what I have seen, people who are successful in their organization, they're doing that because they are attaining a specific value aligned to them and to the organization, because nobody is successful alone. And for you to align that, you have to start within with your interests. That's why I did discuss a lot of your interests. Revisit your goals annually to ensure that you're actually addressing them. Take regular career consultation, and I think the school is doing a wonderful job today, having all of us here speaking to you over and over about career, reminding you that you journal. We coach you about some of the questions, what you like to study, do you like to work with numbers or people, what are the things that you are interested in. These are some of the questions that you need to answer yourself. I'm afraid even your parent doesn't have a solution or an answer for that. If you bounce back the question to me, I always tell you, I wish if my son or daughter become a doctor. But it's we understand as parents that at the end of the day, it is your choice, your decision, your life. I want you to keep an open mind because the skills of the future are amazing. They are so different. Every single year there comes a new, skill that we need to work on. And this is very important because I heard and you heard that robotics are going to take our jobs. There are not going to be any jobs in the future, and I tend not to agree with that. You can be updated with the soft skills plus the technical skills that you need. And again, I'm telling you, if you like to go very technical, subscribe to Udemy. They have my IT department in Bank actually have a full subscription to that, and they can do a lot of coding and understanding the new languages. Every day there is a new language. I cannot even mention a language because tomorrow there will be a new one when you have to use the algorithms to identify a couple of solutions that are market friendly. Therefore, keep updated, keep an open mind, understand what's happening in the market, understand what are the requirements for the future. These career weeks are amazing. They give you access to professionals like me. I come from a bank. I'm a very busy person. Even yesterday, for the inauguration, I couldn't come because we had every weekend we run training programs for our staff. And the reason being, you have seen that the banking sector works day and night. If I conduct any training today, I have to shut some of the branches. To me, it's a non-option because remember, I'm profit-driven. And it's okay to be profit-driven, provided that you are doing something good as well for the community. And this is where sustainable finance comes in. When you are revisiting all of this, I'd like you also to keep an open mind and respect your parents. Understand their perspective. Maybe at the end of the day, parents are working for your interest. Maybe sometimes we are harsh, I agree. But the thing is, we are looking up for your interest, and sometimes we are pushing you to challenge the boundaries. Thank you so much. I understand that there will be a Q&A. In case you have any questions on the banking sector, do let me know. As I said, it's a very wide sector. It's not only banking. There is a lot of certifications and functions in the banking sector that we ensure that our staff are competent enough to deal with.
Any questions?
Take the opportunity. One thing that I would like to say at this age, please ask questions. Don't shy away from questions. Oh, good. Thank you.
Is the banking sector completely data driven? Are there any people focus opportunities in banking?
At the moment, it's not completely data driven. Yes, we are talking about Bank 4.0, which is a very good book by Brett King. He speaks that some of the banks are going cloud based, what we know as open banking, and as well the neobank. Have you heard of a neobank? It's a bank that is created in the cloud. At the moment in Oman, what I would like to say, we are doing a combination of data driven plus soft skills. So what we do is actually we build a relationship with the client and ensure his requirements, and then we build packages according to his requirement. Going forward, I think the banking industry will downsize a lot of its roles, that's for sure. And I have to mention in Bank Lufar itself, we have automated a lot of functions. We are using AI for credit worthiness. Before anybody comes for a loan, we actually take his profile and see whether he is fit enough to take the financing or not. In addition to that, we are using AI for fraud identification. It flags any red flags, any suspicious movements. So therefore, we are using combination at the moment until we go fully cloud-based and a neobank. Neobank meaning that the branch does not exist and the bank is all invisible and the staff are all, and maybe you just have to subscribe for it's like, joining an application and you are doing your financial transactions through the application as well. Any other questions? That's a nice question. I liked it on AI and data. Okay, I think that is wonderful. Yes, go ahead. Correct.
Tell us what they focus after the completion of third standard for getting a job and like the banking sector.
Absolutely. This is a wonderful question by a parent, I presume.
My name is Shan.
Okay, great. So, as I have mentioned, commerce students usually don't stop at academic. I know that some of you would like to do, oh, that's done, I'm done with the degree, خلاص, let me get an employment. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. So if you do graduate, you get you go for university, you do your course, it's beautiful. I know so many people who actually go the other step, which is professional certifications. Professional certifications are crisp, required like anything in any sector. I'm talking about ACII for insurance, ACI dealing for treasury, ACCA, or you have the Indian Chartered Accounting Institute, a wonderful institute that provides accounting and finance background. Then you have CFA, then you have as well CIA internal audit. So go the other walk. You need the commerce degree, of course, because you would need to understand where you would like to specialize. And that is a good window for you to understand and also get to know economics, the financial sector. When I started my career in banking, I was working in two banks. Then academia knocked the door and told me, why don't you join? And I decided to go and join in academia. And then I came back to a bank. The reason why I left the banks is because I thought that profit-driven organizations are not my value. Why don't I do something that is more open to community? And to be honest with you, my thinking process, I believe, you have to argue with the mindset, understand the mindset. So my thinking process shifted. It's okay to have profit, provided that you are doing goodness in the community. And again, I'm telling you that sustainable finance is beautiful. It's a very new stream now, sustainable finance. Even the articles on sustainable finance are very few. It's becoming very strong. There are beautiful bodies that are regularizing it. There is regulation in Oman done by Capital Market Authority, Minister of Finance as well. They have, rolled out ESG guidelines, the Central Bank of Oman as well. Before coming here and speaking to you, last week I was in CBFS talking with the regulator about this. A lot of developments in this particular stream, a lot of bodies that are issuing standards as we speak, like GRI, SASB as well. There is the IRR, which is an IFRS 9 or 12, not sure which one of them. They are trying to integrate this into the financial statements of companies. Do you know what does this mean? This means that the institutions, specifically the financial ones, have to disclose informations regarding their community footprint, their environmental footprint. They have to contribute to the planet, and that is a great cause to, specialize in. I think this is something like a new stream coming in finance. You have to be curious about the financial system. They say every 10 years there is a financial crisis. Every 10 years there is a financial crisis. There must be a reason for this financial crisis. They don't happen in vacuum. It happens because there is an incremental, issue that has not been solved from the root. And when you understand this, you would like to solve it, for your generation, for the sake of your time when you are in institutions and leading them. I hope that I answered your question. Thank you so much. It was wonderful to meet you all. As I said, it's the most wonderful thing that I meet students and, talk to them about their future, what they want, where they go about, their decisions. I just want to reiterate, it is your choice. It's your choice. It's your choice. And invest in one journal and pen and write it down. And if the parent is not happy with your choice, don't worry, just sit down. Discuss with them. Tell them that it's okay. Okay, there's a question.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, of course, go ahead.
What is the work-life balance in banking look like? Because I've seen investment bankers, private bankers spend 100 hours a week, and even you mentioned that you're very busy. But I'm a person who wants to enjoy my life. So is it like, does it go well together? Banking?
Beautiful question. Beautiful question. Actually, in the panel last week, we had a wonderful panel of women leaders in the banking sector. And when the question of work-life balance, they say, it's not there. If somebody tells you that there is work-life balance, it's not there. But I have an answer for your generation, because your generation is you set your own rules, and I love it. I love it. Today, I heard people working from home. They have access to, every data at home. By the time you will be my age, maybe you will have a better work-life balance, to be honest with you. At the moment, I have to confess, it's not happening. I would be a liar if I told you I'm doing everything and I'm trying. I'm really trying. But the thing is, being here today says something. To be honest, sometimes you have to be breaking the status quo and say, no, I have to play a part of it. This is something that is embedded in myself. Personality. I like to meet students because I used to be an academician. So you have to convince, remember about the discussion with your parent? Now you have to discuss with your line manager and tell him, I want to have a footprint in community. I would like to add to the students. I would like to do something that is fulfilling for me. So that is a discussion that you can do with your line manager, I guess. And plus, nowadays, there are so many online things we can do. So you can, you know, decide your choices. Okay. Thank you so much. It was lovely meeting you today, and I hope that I'll meet you, inshallah. Okay, shall I take the last question? Okay, good. If you take economics, can you pursue banking?
Humanities with economics can be personal career in maths.
Humanity, okay. That's not a question for me, to be honest with you. To be honest as well, I have to mention that my professor, when I used to study, mentioned that economics is a very general specialization. And you would study about the economy in other specializations like accounting and finance. They give you micro and macroeconomics, so they give you a glimpse. It's a beautiful specialization, but when it comes to employability, as I mentioned, if you have the degree plus the professional qualifications, you have a better chance of employment. At the moment in CBFS, the 10 outstanding students always get employed. Always, the accounting and finance degree in Oman is very much appreciated, especially when it is doubled up with a professional qualification. Me as an employer, I'm looking, to be honest with you, on degree plus, because no longer a degree is meeting my competency requirements. I have a competency grid in the bank, and I need to address it. It's a beautiful one. It speaks a lot that you are people centric, and it's nice when you are meeting maybe the clients and their interests as well. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. It was lovely being here today.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering that so insightful and for responding to every question with such clarity and warmth. Thank you so much, Dr. Fatim, for that insightful and enriching session. You have opened our eyes to the many possibilities that lie within the banking sector and inspired us to explore it as a career filled with purpose, growth, and stability. Your words have shown us that banking is not just about numbers, it's about trust, responsibility, and service to the society. May I now request Mr. Sushant Sukumaran to kindly present a memento to Dr. Fatim as a token of our appreciation and gratitude. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again, Dr. Fatim, for gracing us with your presence and sharing your valuable insights
We can
on
take
careers
girls,
in banking
boys
sector
photos, huh?
step into the world of banking. Your words have truly motivated our students to explore the vast opportunities within the banking industry, a field that demands precision, professionalism, and passion for growth.
We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman, for their unwavering encouragement and vision in creating such meaningful platforms for career exploration and learning. Our sincere thanks also go to the respected principals of the Indian Schools in Oman, the teacher coordinators, and our students, whose active participation and enthusiasm have made this session a great success.
No. Mike.
A stable financial future, and perhaps among us today are the future bankers, analysts, and leaders who will step confidently